What it do, Shotty? Welcome in, welcome home. It's another episode of Below the Rim podcast.
Flush that shit.
All right, so we're gonna flush it today. Okay, we're gonna find something to flush. Avery had a meeting with me. He gave me like a heart. He gave me like I felt like a boss because I set up my little studio and Avery was like, he came in and he was like, "Yo, we need to fucking make the show a little bit better. We need to Howard Stern it up." So Avery, fuck you, bro. I'm starting the show like that. There you go. You know what I'm saying? I love you, brother. So we got my buddy, my good friend from high school, one of the best high school point guards back in the day, Francis Lieberman's own Melvin Chung. A round of applause if we can, real quick.
Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome to the pod. How you doing, man? We were having a little chit chat before we started. You've been traveling. You've been watching boxing. You are one of the dudes that had the best basketball IQ back in the day. What was that like being a basketball point guard back in the day, man?
Oh, thanks, bro. It was great. You know, I love the sport. You know, for me, it's just learning and you know, applying what you can to make the game easier, you know, and I think that's a lot of using that basketball IQ and just reading the mismatches, reading the defense, you know, and just playing according to that. The game can be easy, can be simple, you know. So for me, it's just making the game easier versus, you know, making it too hard to score and whatnot, right? Sometimes guys put too much energy into that when it's really not necessary, right?
Is he talking about Westbrook or?
Well, you know what, Westbrook, I think he's actually a pretty good player, man. I just don't think he was great on the Lakers. If we're really gonna talk about that, I still
have a little PTSD, bro. You know what I mean? I was so happy that they finally got rid of him. Sorry, man. Go ahead.
No. I think you're right. You know, it also depends on your team build, right, and what you have surrounding them. You know, I think that team is really built for LeBron. You know, they want the ball in his hands. They don't really want to give anyone else that point guard position, right? So with Westbrook there, I just never thought it was a good fit. The fact that LeBron would not come off the ball. I thought they would be much better if Westbrook actually played the point and let LeBron be, you know, a three and take shots. You know, he loves the three right now. He's a 3-and-D guy. Why not just be a spot up and like what Melo did last year with them, right? So
I don't really think LeBron's that great of a shooter to do that though. Like
who else on the Lakers is? You know, at that time when you had Westbrook. Yeah. So instead of having LeBron be your kickout man, right. You know, Westbrook was the kickout man. Like that's terrible. That's rough. You know, that's rough for Westbrook. I think that's going to make him struggle even more. You know, but
he's looked good since he's been in the Clippers. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, the Clippers definitely
get a chance to see how good Austin Reeves really was, man. Like now that Westbrook's gone and we're seeing Reeves playing more minutes. I never even realized how much of a money shooter he was from three.
Austin Reeves is good.
I'm impressed, man.
He's a baller. He's a baller. What are your guys' thoughts on Matt Ishbia, Jokic?
Let's see his smiling face as Phoenix turns it over. And boy, Jokic, little bit of contact. Boy.
That little skirmish they had, like, you know, they before the game tonight they had like a, you know, they kind of hugged it out, they dapped it out, it was all good. So
was that the owner there when I did
yeah
Kate, did I not say he was either getting suspended or fined though? And
his hands flared. It was like
got suspended 25,000.
I saw the flare. I thought it was all publicity stunt.
It really felt like that. He was into the game big time. That's crazy.
Okay, wait, do you guys think it was, you guys are saying you think it was a flop basically? Is
100%.
I think it was
100%.
Matt
Remember the one where
is
Rodman,
like
Dennis
my
Rodman
size.
kicked the camera guy, and when there was a cameraman sitting front row back in the day, and Dennis Rodman went out of bounds and kicked the guy in the crotch. And there was
purposely?
like a delayed reaction. The guy thought about it for a second.
I think I remember that play.
Oh shit! I can get paid right here. And then he's like, "I'm not leaving unless I leave on a stretcher."
Did you guys see that? Did you see that video where Justin Bieber, he hits one of the paparazzi accidentally?
Yes.
And they're all like they have the cameras on them and they're like, oh, and they're all like, Justin, come on, you like, oh, and he's like, yo, if you guys are his friends, like, stop filming me and film the fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? So
because at the end of the day, you're an NBA player, right? Now from this distance, as long as it looks like that, and the
Yeah, right.
the
The
viewers are gonna
perception.
be like, yeah.
Right.
You always talk
Yeah.
about perception.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I agree with the flop take. If I think that Matt Ishbia, for one, he's the owner of the team. I don't think he needs to embellish anything. And he came out the next day saying that
With the
he
tweet.
doesn't want him to be suspended or
Yeah.
anything with that tweet.
Yeah.
So I don't think that he was trying to blow it up. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm Matt Ishbia, if not even if I'm an owner, if I'm that guy, if
Shout
I'm
outs for you
standing
knowing
there-
how to pronounce his name.
They've been saying it a lot, so that's the only reason. But if I'm Ishbia and I get pushed by Jokic in that situation, not even pushed, turned to the way elbow like I'm just fucking chump liver to him, I'm giving him a swift kick to the nuts. Honestly, that was absolute, as Ryan would say, the amount of disrespect.
It's egregious.
It's egregious.
So do you flush it? Do you flush it, Avery?
Flush the push. That's how I think. Flush the.
Wonderful. We had our first flush today. I feel great. I feel wonderful.
It feels like we just dropped the deuce.
Yeah. Yeah. You know. Okay. So I want to get your thoughts on LeBron. I don't know what the fuck
3-1.
I'm saying right now.
3-1.
Thank you. I'm like 3 up. They're up 3-1. Drew, you're a Lakers fan, man. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, my thoughts, I still got to say, man, Pelinka and Jeannie Buss,
Genius.
what they did at the trade deadline, the miracles that they worked to shed the contracts of Russell Westbrook and also to get rid of
Hey,
Patrick
Drew,
Beverley.
you said you weren't going to call him Westbrook before. You said it on.
God, didn't I say that?
You did,
I
man.
Let's go back to the replay.
Of Russell Westbrook. You can flush that empty promise that I made.
Flush it.
Wow.
Okay? But
Okay.
honestly, man, they pulled off miracles at the trade deadline. They brought in my boy, my half Japanese, half black brother.
Rui Hachimura.
They brought in Rui. Rui's
Yeah.
been so clutch. I can't remember the last time this man has missed an open three. Austin Reeves playing out of his mind. LeBron turning back the clock. And somehow, Anthony Davis has stayed healthy.
Yeah.
If that's not the biggest miracle, I don't know what is. So the Lakers go as far as health will bring them right
You
now.
talked about
Hey,
Jeannie Buss. Go ahead,
If
Jamal.
the Warriors come back and win, that would be the miracle.
That would be insane. And they
But
do
Steph-
owe LeBron a 3-1 comeback, right?
Steph,
They-
that and also, but the thing is, Steph is younger, man, so he has more time to get more rings. Let LeBron finish for the legacy. You know what I'm
He's not
saying?
much younger.
Facts.
Yeah. So hold up. I wanted to ask, who are your top, Melvin, I'll start with you. Who are your top 5 owners? I'll start with mine real quick, but I'm going to start with you, but I'm going to start with mine. I got Steve Ballmer,
Yeah.
Chief Executive Officer, former Chief Executive Officer of Microsoft. I have Joe Tsai, because he's Brooklyn, and I live in Brooklyn. I got Matt Ishbia, I got Jeannie Buss, and I got Dr. Buss. Those are my top 5 owners. Go ahead, Melvin.
I mean, you got to go with the Lakers, the Buss family. They've got so many rings, right? So I'm gonna go with the Lakers organization. Boston, I think Boston, although they haven't won recently, they've been putting up a hell of a team for the last 10 seasons. Picking great players off the draft. I love Masai. I'm from Toronto. I can't hate on Masai. I think he did great for us, building that one championship team. Bomber, I would just love to. Pardon?
MLSE is the owner of the Raptors.
Yeah. And then I think the last would be the Sacramento Kings. They had a hell of a turnaround this season, man. I definitely did not expect them to do what they did this year. I don't think anyone expected them to do what they did this year, but they put a hell of a team together. Getting rid of Halliburton for Sabonis is insane, man. I think that was just such a big gamble, but it paid off for them, And then Buddy Hield as well for them too. It was a big changes for Sacramento, but they built a culture, lighting the beam. I think that's huge for the NBA right now. Everyone's acknowledging lighting the beam. Even Steph, after beating them, he had to point that out. So to me, I think they're building culture out there, right?
The owner of the Sacramento Kings is Vivek Ranadive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I don't even know 5 owners' names.
Well. So okay, Jamal. So based off of that, who just the
I
appearance
was
or
gonna
the
go
visual.
off the yeah, I was just gonna name the team. I wouldn't know the
Okay,
name.
okay, go ahead. I'll look it up. I'll look up the team, the owner
Top
of the
five.
team. Yeah.
Top five. Well, I've always liked the Lakers franchise, so I'm gonna put that.
Are you doing NBA or are you doing NFL or across the league?
Or are we doing we're doing
Whatever you
NBA,
want,
right?
because you're Jamal.
We're gonna do NBA.
Yeah.
Lakers are at number 3. Number 5, I'm gonna put Toronto only because like it's my hometown. Number 4, I've always like what's that guy's name from the Mavericks?
Oh, Mark Cuban. Good
Mark
choice.
Cuban.
Yeah,
Good choice. Fuck,
and
I
not
forgot
just
about him.
his basketball decisions. Like he's on Shark Tank. He's all over the place. You know.
Yeah.
And
Big
then
fact.
that would leave number 2. I'm gonna go with the New York franchise.
Dolan.
That's the name. Okay.
I don't agree with it. I'm flushing it. I
Yeah,
don't agree with
Dolan.
it.
I don't know about Dolan,
I don't
man.
agree with it. I don't agree.
You
Some
see what I mean? I
record-breaking
don't
stuff.
know I don't know the owners.
Yeah.
Okay. And,
who-
number
who-
1,
Yeah.
Warriors.
Warriors. I thought it's so funny. I thought you were going to say the
Culture, baby,
49ers.
culture.
I thought you were going to say the 49ers, but that's okay. Okay, the Warriors, which is
Do you have a list? Oh, you're Googling it.
yeah, Warriors owner. It's a Googleizer.
Jake Lakeup.
Yeah, thank you. And Peter Goober. Avery, what about you, boss?
Well, instead of this whole top 5 nonsense, I'm just gonna go with one and only the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
Wow. He's probably the worst owner of all
He's made
everybody.
some real questionable decisions throughout his time.
Horrible.
But he's still the GOAT, okay? He's Michael Jordan. And the only reason I'm saying this is because there should be more owners like Michael. Like,
Wait,
I'm
wait.
cool with-
So like,
I'm
shouldn't
cool
there be
with
like
Mark Cuban. I
shouldn't there be
actually
difference?
love Mark Cuban. But other than Mark Cuban, would you guys really want to play for Steve Ballmer? Fuck Steve Ballmer, okay?
That's
Like,
hilarious.
it would be nice to talk basketball
Money.
with somebody, not Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer doesn't, like, I can assure you, Steve Ballmer wasn't playing pickup ball growing up. Okay?
That's hilarious.
Like, it's fucking bullshit.
That's hilarious. All right, so I just wanna get a quick update. Lonnie Walker had a great game last night. Philly, Boston. Philly won. They're up. What is it? 3. They're up 3-1 on
No, 3-2.
3-2. Yeah, my bad.
3-2. 3-2.
Yeah, and then Miami, they're up 3-1 on the Knicks. So that's kind of like the NBA overview right now. Do we want to move on to MMA real quick?
I gotta
Jamal?
say something. A quick little shout out to my boy Jimmy Buckets, man. Playoff Jimmy.
Jimmy Buckets.
What he's doing in the playoffs right now, the numbers he's putting up, and the level that he has brought his game to. I mean, I'm starting to wonder if Miami wasn't playing possum all year. They're an older team. They kind of just look like they were like laying in the weeds right now, and they're knocking people out.
Did you see Giannis's tweet?
About getting punked off for defensive all first team?
He said, "I'm coming." He said, "I'm coming."
coming.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear that.
Oh,
man.
sorry. Speaking of coming, sorry. Avery, how's your 30 days?
Of course, that's when he froze.
That's
Of
when he
course,
looked-
that's when he froze. That's hilarious. If so, Melvin. Oh, there he
I
is.
actually didn't freeze there. Someone called me that exact moment, which is hilarious. But and
He's doing a sperm
I'm
retention
still-
for 30
I'm still
days.
Doing good. Okay?
Wow.
Don't worry. I'm okay.
You're good.
I am. What's the saying? Fucking. I'm the man of my own house.
Yes.
Now for the viewers, have you spilled?
No, man. That's what I've been saying. I'm good.
He's good. He's still going.
You know what he's saving it for? He's saving it for the 3-on-3, the 3-on-5.
Here we go. It's gonna be happening too. The 3-on-3 is happening. That's everyone's putting in the basketball videos and everything. Melvin, you've been traveling around the world playing basketball. Just the we're gonna stay with this whole top 5. This is like the whole new top 5. It's a trend. What's the top 5 places that you've been in the last 5 years? Top 5.
Top 5 places.
Whoa! Big up to Jazz.
Jazz.
Big up.
Hey
Big up.
guys,
Big up.
I'm only on here for like 2 minutes because my phone might die and it's like 5% battery. And I'm in front of Comedy Bar because I have a show to do tonight.
What? So Jazz, real quick.
Break a leg.
Jazz,
Yeah,
real
break
quick.
a leg.
Hey, break a leg. Yeah. What are your thoughts about Dwayne Wade's family leaving Florida to move to LA because they didn't feel excited? Real quick before you got to go.
Oh, they left Florida. Hell yeah. There's nothing good in Florida. I'm sorry. Florida is anti-vaxxers on a big beach, all getting sick and partying with a bunch of hoes. Like, it is a party city. Great, don't get me wrong. But you want a family and settle down, you want a nice beach, you got to go down to LA. You get better quality hoes down in LA than you do in New York. Even New York, the quality ain't that great. I feel like I am going to get a lot of flack for bad strippers in New York City and Florida. I don't know if I
just
can
talked about no spilling.
Shit.
Party City, go to Miami, LA for family and beach, New York City to be single and hit up as many bars and comedy nights as possible.
And Jazz, real quick,
Jazz.
Jazz, real quick, do you want to do a quick promo for your movie? What character?
Oh yeah, so on May 12th, check it out. I'm in a film with, I feel like I look like a nerd. Oh my God. May 12th, if you're in the US, it's on the Hallmark Mystery Channel. And if you're in Canada, it's on the W Network. I'm in a movie with Jodie Sweetin. This is X right here.
Xavier.
So yeah, check.
What's going on today?
What's going on?
Hey.
This is
Yeah,
big.
Eating now, guys.
We're on the pod. This is Below the Rim podcast.
So May 12th,
right now.
May 12th, check out the movie with Jodie Sweetin. And she's from Full House. I didn't know that at the time when I met her. I'm like, oh shit, you look real familiar. So yeah, Full House. I was like, oh my God, I meet my childhood favorite actress. So anyway, she's in the movie. I'm in the movie. Check it out.
It sounds like she
W
was your
Network.
favorite actor.
I'm not in the movie.
He's not in the movie.
But I wrote a kid's book called Peeled Fruit. If she's plugging shit, I am too.
Anyways,
Nice.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, Jazz. Thank you. And until next time, thank you.
and May 19th and 20th in Toronto, hit up my comedy show I'm producing in Toronto.
Blessings.
Nice.
And
Blessings.
shout out Below the Rim podcast on
And
your set.
honestly, if he wanted to leave Florida to move to LA or New York, let the man do what he wants. Who cares? Who are we to judge him?
Right.
right.
And give a shout out to Below the Rim podcast on your set. Thank you.
I will, definitely. Bye, guys.
Melvin, my bad, boss. Top 5 places that you've been in the world.
Top 5 places I've been. Japan. Japan has to be one of them. Just the best food you're ever gonna have. You know, I can't eat sushi anywhere else now, man. Like everything sucks compared to Japan. After that, Miami. I know she was talking about New York and LA, but Miami to me is the best place to party. It can't get better than Miami, man. And
Okay,
after
wait.
that, go ahead. What's up?
I'm pausing. Okay, are we saying you traveled through ball? Is that what you said, Jordan?
He's traveled through ball and just being a world traveler, man. Yeah. 100%.
So, like,
he's a baller, bro. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, were you playing for like a league?
No. Like I play in a league here in Toronto, but I do travel out to train players and to I have a few athletes in Miami, a few friends out there that I train out there. I train a few clients here in Toronto as well. So for me, I've always been in basketball communities. You know, even with Jamal and Jordan back when we were kids.
Back in the day, Sid Booker.
Yeah, back in the day.
Your basketball training then.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what I do on the side, but I actually work. My day-to-day is I work in jewelry. Actually, I work in jewelry, but on the side, I love the game. So for me, it's like whenever I can give back, I will. I even coached a high school team. Actually, I coached Francis Lieberman.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, I coached Francis Lieberman for a minute, for like 2 seasons.
Junior or senior team?
The junior team.
Wow.
Yeah, I went back to give back, to help.
I got cut from the junior team in grade 10. Yeah.
You got to get back. Why'd you get cut?
I wasn't good enough. Yeah.
Are you sure, Jordan, you weren't good enough? I'm pretty sure you were good enough. Might have been some other reasons, but it wasn't that you weren't good enough,
Yo, Melvin always got on my ass.
Quiet. We'll keep quiet on what happened, right? There
has to be a whole show about that.
Yeah, that's we need some other guys on that episode,
So you said 3. Do you have 2 more or 1 more? Do you have 1 more place?
Colombia, man. Colombia.
Wow. Okay.
Colombia or Colombia?
Yeah. Colombia. Medellin and Cartagena, bro. That you have to go there, bro.
Okay. I've been to Colombia. I've been to Bogota and I've been to Nilo. That's where I filmed the movie Ambush. So,
cool.
But I do want to go back and explore a little more.
Is Colombia slightly ghetto?
It can be in certain parts, but it's so beautiful, man.
Well,
like it's not what you think.
Like there are slums there, right? Like there's definitely slums there. So if you're in that area, you probably shouldn't be there, but there's definitely slums out there. But Colombia to me was safe, man. I've been there 4 or 5 times now.
I have a question for you, man, about Colombia, because I've always heard, like per percentile, that it has quite possibly the most beautiful women in the world. But I've also heard from a lot of people, Toronto has some of the most beautiful women in the world. So which place do you think has more beautiful women?
Both are correct. Toronto and Colombia have beautiful women, 100%.
I'm sure.
The current joke is that most of the beautiful women in Toronto are from Miami, right?
Quite possibly.
But it's a world city, so you have different cultures. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, honestly, Colombia is flooded with women. If you like Latino women, like it's flooded, and they love foreigners. They love foreigners. Toronto girls are beautiful too, but the attitude of Toronto women is something else.
Is it just the looks or is it personality too that we got to consider?
Absolutely.
You know what? I like this guy, Jordan. I like this guy.
Good people.
No, dude, I'm telling you, you gotta go to Colombia, Medellin and Cartagena specifically, because Bogota is different. Bogota is a little bit more of the capital. It's not as open as Medellin and Cartagena is, man. If you go to Cartagena and Medellin, like you're a god. Wherever you walk around there, man, the women will just love you, bro, for sure.
Drew, I want to come to you with the NHL update real quick, but before we get to that,
Wow.
Jamal, can we
sour my mood?
No, stop. Man, we got to keep the show going, man. We got to go. We got to keep the show going. MMA update, man. Let's talk about the Shakur Stevenson fight, the Devin Haney fight, MMA coming up. Can y'all give us a quick update?
Yes.
So for Devin Haney, that's boxing, but it's going to be May 20th. To me, it's an easy fight. Devin Haney ain't losing. He's not going to lose, man. He's not going to lose for like another 10 fights, bro.
Yeah, that fight he's not gonna lose. Also, I'm gonna start with UFC 288 that just passed. We had the reigning champion Aljamain Sterling, who beat the former double champion Henry Cejudo. That went to a final decision. That was a bantamweight division. I don't watch bantamweight. The next fight was Bilal Muhammad, who beat Gilbert Burns. I like Gilbert Burns. He's a pretty diehard fighter, but unfortunately he lost as well. That went to decision. And then also, if you want to just jump into the celebrity boxing, Jake Paul and Nate Diaz has officially signed and will be fighting. It'll be August 5th. 100% Jake Paul.
You think Jake Paul for sure?
Yeah. The thing is, MMA.
100%.
Nate Diaz is more of a grappler than a boxer. He can box, but Jake Paul is going to outshine him in that. And plus, Jake Paul has a lot to prove actually coming off of that loss off of Fury.
Man, Diaz is probably going to get like an 8-ball of crack before that fight and go in so ham. It's ridiculous.
It's not. Diaz just looks like that because he's been hit in the head so many times.
So many times. He can
they definitely do hard drugs. They
And then,
1,000% do hard drugs, the Diaz brothers. I've heard on multiple sources.
Going back to boxing, Shakur Stevenson, he's one of the, I guess, pound for pound people that they're looking to put up against either Devin or Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia is obviously out of the mix now. And then Shakur Stevenson actually told Tank, come shut him up. So that's a challenge to Tank. And then there's another interesting thing and a question I want to ask you guys as well. So Devin Haley had a podcast interview with Bradley Martyn, who's he owns his own gym. He's 6'5", 250 pounds. So he posted the question. He's like,
no, I would kill you, bro. I would kill you, bro.
God, I love it.
No, like for
you
real,
think at your weight,
around my walk around weight, I would kill you.
What's your weight? Damn it, I want his fucking weight.
No, so 150, around 150.
Bro, I would maul you at 150.
No.
100%.
No.
As confident as you are.
Okay, so let me tell you something.
150.
Let me tell you something.
150 pounds.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
You cannot take a punch though. So like you're not used to getting hit. So
I've been hit though.
No. But you've been
not
hit
by you.
But you've been hit by regular guys, like guys who don't even know how to punch.
So my question to the panel: do you think a professional boxer can outfight a 250-pound, 6'5" bodybuilder?
Whoa.
Very much so, yes.
100%.
So.
I mean, if Bradley gets a hold of him, it's over.
What's the size difference?
165, 250, and the other one's about what?
Whoa.
like a trained boxer, though. You know what I mean? That
Devin Haley,
knows
yeah,
how to
he
duck
hits
and dodge, that knows how to throw punches properly.
And consider this: Devin Haney actually fought in Mexico in bars. Like he fought a lot of illegal fights because he couldn't get his I think not his amateur card, but he had to build up the fighting there, and then he came over to America. But like I said, if the bigger guy grabs him, obviously it's over.
The problem. I'll tell you what, Jamal, man, there's one thing I learned back in the day, man. Like I filmed the movie Phantom Punch, and I was in the ring sparring with Ving Rhames, and I'm telling you, what I underestimated was the amount of conditioning, cardio conditioning that you need when it comes to boxing. To move around and throw punches and kicks at the same time, you can never underestimate how much cardio that takes. So someone who's a bodybuilder who will not have the same type of endurance as a boxer, they're going to be in big trouble, especially if it goes to maybe the third round. They're going to be huffing and puffing, man. Big trouble.
You got to remember, man, weights don't hit back.
Right.
Weights don't hit back, you know. So a lot of these guys that are, you know, pound for, like, you know, lift, big body lifters and all of that, you know, it's all good till they get touched, you know. Once you get touched, you don't like that. You know, you're going to freeze. I'm not sure if you remember Conor McGregor. He had a few training sessions where he was fighting a huge bodybuilder, but bodybuilder couldn't even touch him, man.
No.
You know, these guys are trained professionals, man. Fighters are you don't want to get in that ring with those guys, man.
And especially like
I think anyone could get lucky though.
100%.
Like, yeah, like I do agree with you guys that like being a trained fighter is definitely the advantage. But like, if I think with anything, you could definitely get lucky with a swift punch and get knocked the fuck out by anybody. Like realistically, like you don't need to be a great fighter to knock somebody out. You just need to get lucky.
True.
So the question is, so everyone with the title, are they lucky or actually skillful?
No, I'm not
Skillful,
saying
man.
that.
Skillful.
I'm saying, yeah, I'm not saying
okay,
that there's
so
not skill
It takes a
involved.
lot of skill to fight.
I just think with the question, like with a 150-pound boxer, if like he were to go and fight, like I don't know how big Terry Crews is, but like let's say Terry Crews is probably a good example to whatever 6'5", 250 you were saying. He's probably around that. Fucking Terry Crews could probably knock somebody the fuck out. And like what's Terry Crews pushing 50 now? Like I would still be worried
You
that
should have
Terry
knocked
Crews
the guy out
would
who
knock
grabbed
me
his
the
balls
fuck
at
out.
that party then. Tell you that
But the
much.
thing is, Devin would be the
Well,
underdog because he's a smaller
I said
guy.
that too.
But yeah, Devin would be the
I
underdog.
don't know. I think
because most people would bet on the bigger guy first, the 250 guy.
In the first round?
Yeah,
yes.
I'm just saying I don't know if I would be confident if I'm the 150. Like I don't know if I would be like extremely confident if you're like say Ryan Garcia fighting fucking Terry Crews. Like I think
they might do that. They might do that now because they're
doing
the
That's why
sports merging and all that.
Yeah, that's why I brought up the Bradley thing, because they might do a celebrity thing, and you know all they have to do is
celebrities' houses at night.
So all they have to do, instead of like the 14-ounce gloves, give them some like 20-ounce gloves, or you know the face. Who knows where this boxing thing is heading? But
thank you so much for the. Sorry. I want to get to Drew with the NHL. Do you want to say something else? My bad.
No,
all right.
I was literally just gonna say,
thank you for the
talking enough shit that we can fight something. Keep going. Go.
Thank you for the MMA update. Much appreciated. It's going to be very exciting. Some big fights coming up. So, okay, isn't it supposed to be like that, though? Isn't it supposed to be like the bigger the fighter, the more weight, that's the one, that's going to be the one? But it's not that. Like, Mayweather's so much like smaller than these guys, and his fight gets more popularity.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when you're watching UFC or boxing, they want to watch something entertaining, and a lot of the heavyweights are not entertaining. One punch, it's a knockout. Most of the time, they're not going to the ground. There's no submission. When you're going into like welter, bantam, you're seeing more of the fighting, like the agility, the technique.
Right.
Well, the heavyweight, you're just expecting someone to get clocked. You know, so
if you went to an event and there was every single fight was an under a minute knockout, would you be upset?
Wow. No. I like
violence, I don't know. I wouldn't be upset. I mean, I would be upset. Under a minute? Are we gonna flush it?
Under a
you guys
minute
ever watch on
knockout.
YouTube, the knockout reels? Like
Every
That's like
fight.
Mike Tyson all over again. Everyone's a Mike Tyson.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was all 1 minute,
That
20 seconds. But that's a good
That's
point.
my argument. Is I had this argument with my buddies the other day that if MMA tried to transfer into, like, I realized grappling and the floor game is a part of MMA, but if it was purely just a knockout sport, do you not think the viewership would go up?
Then you gotta watch. Then you might as well watch bare knuckle fighting then. But yeah,
If bare knuckle fighting was exciting as it was, though, you would see it everywhere. Though MMA is more popular than it is,
The
and
thing is, there's more regulations.
realistically,
With
though,
bare
the
knuckle.
times that people are like, "This is boring," is when the fights are boring, right? Like, I don't know, the times when I'm with people and we're watching a fight and they're just like humping each other on the ground for an hour, we're like, man, this really sucks, as if we paid for this. And then the times when it's like McGregor's fight when he knocked out Aldo within like fucking 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Everyone was going crazy. Yeah, like it would have you would have been more excited to be there for the Aldo fight than watch two guys hump on the ground for an hour.
Okay,
Like,
and then I think the reason before that is because we're accustomed to longer fights. But I mean, imagine if every fight was a knockout, we would probably get more excited for a fight that went 5 rounds in submission. Like, you know, they're doing the submission fight. When you see a knockout, it's different. But now if we're seeing knockouts all the time, we're gonna want submissions eventually. So I mean, it's just what your preference is.
Yeah, I think the viewership is also different. You know, I think with MMA, they give bonuses for knockouts, right? And they give bonuses for submissions as well. But you know, the general viewership, I think, is coming from those that want to see knockouts. I think those that want to see the wrestling or the grappling part, submissions, they're probably fighters themselves. You know, they probably have fighting experience, so they enjoy actually seeing them, you know, as your buddy says, Avery says, hump each other on the ground, you know. So to me, it's just for different viewers, man. But definitely everyone's out there for the knockout, you know.
Quick question for you guys. What you call off the rim or big?
Below the rim.
Below the rim. Okay, cool. That's all I came on to ask. Sorry. Below the rim.
Can you give Below the Rim podcast a shout out?
Check out Below the Rim podcast because it's off the rim.
Yeah, I like it.
We'll go to our first commercial break.
Run it.
An all-new Friday Night Mystery.
A detective agency?
She's about to go from center stage.
I'm a singer. I just don't know that I can help you.
To the scene of the crime.
You'll be surprised what can be done.
How exactly do I start detecting?
Talk to people and follow the clues.
Bingo.
It's all starting to feel a little too dangerous.
I am here to right a wrong.
All will be revealed.
Back to being mysterious.
The Jane Mysteries, Inheritance Lost. All new Friday, May 12th at 9.
We just watched your movie trailer. So thank you, Jazz. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
I edited it. Thank you. That's Jazz down to everybody.
Good luck,
thank you again for hopping on the pod. Drew, coming to you real quick. NHL update. Florida Panthers are up 3-0 on our Leafs. This is not good. The Hurricanes beat the Devils, the New Jersey Devils 6-1. Give us an update, man, please.
That New Jersey Carolina series is a little bit eye-opening. The scores have been kind of lopsided, but Carolina, after another ass whooping tonight that they laid on New Jersey, I think they're pretty much taking a stranglehold in that one. If you might remember a few episodes back, I kind of bigged up the Edmonton Oilers. I figured Connor McDavid and Draisaitl would find their way, and they're finding their way, man. The Oilers look pretty good. They're strong. Draisaitl scoring like 3-4 goals a game, goddammit. So they're pretty much unstoppable offensively. The Seattle Kraken, though, I mentioned them, expansion team. They knocked off the reigning Stanley Cup champions in the first round. The Colorado Avalanche, if you can believe it. A team that's only been around for 2 years is already having more success than my goddamn Toronto Maple Leafs. So let me just put this in perspective for you right now, Jordan. We have the Boston Bruins, who broke the record for the best regular season in the history of the league. In 100 years, they had the best record. And they're out. They got ousted in the first round. President's Trophy meant nothing. I told you about that jinx. The jinx is real, bro. They're gone. Tampa Bay Lightning, they went to 3 finals in a row and won 2 of them. The Leafs bounced them in the first round. Another one of the favorites gone. New York Rangers were in the conference finals last year. they are also bounced in the first round. So the road was wide open for a team like the Maple Leafs to finally show some balls.
swoop in.
The road was open, bro. We knocked out our biggest nemesis, Tampa, in the first round, and Florida did us a favor and got rid of Boston. All we had to do was beat the last team that made it into the playoffs. Florida made it into the playoffs the last day of the season, my man. They got in by the skin of their teeth, and now they got the Leafs down 3-0. If you can see, I've already switched to my Yankee my Yankee blue. I got the Jeter jersey on because I shaved off the playoff beard yesterday too, bro. Because, I mean, only 4 times has a team come back from 3 games down in the NHL history. The history of the league, it's only happened 4 times. But then I remembered, in 1942, one of those times was the Maple Leafs.
Facts.
The Maple Leafs have actually done this before, bro. So I got my Leaf jersey pressed and folded, and I'm wearing it again tomorrow because there's still hope. There's still a little glimmer of hope.
Still hope.
I still believe.
I still believe.
Don't give up hope.
Let's see what happens.
That's wonderful,
Game
man.
4
Beautiful.
man.
Game 4 tomorrow night. Maple Leafs,
You and
Florida
everyone else.
Panthers. We shall see, man. I'm gonna
see.
leave it open to the panel. I mean, we had some good topics tonight. I mean, there's nothing that I have to say. I mean, Avery. I mean, this is a good time to do the Avery segment. Top 3 movies.
Nice.
The top 3 must-watch movies of 22. This is what I got. My third choice, I got, what did I have at number 3? No, I don't know. I got Smile, Fall, and then Top Gun. Those are my 3. Smile, I got
man.
number 1.
Smile was dope.
Yeah, Smile was some of the creepiest shit I've ever seen on the planet, honestly.
I don't even like people smiling anymore.
Yeah, extremely fucking uncomfortable, that entire fucking movie. Fall, if you're scared of heights, is the worst time ever. It's about these 2 girls that climb this fucking tower for shits and giggles.
I watched the trailer.
Shout out to the
climbing,
cameraman
so
in
she's
that
like,
movie
yeah,
Fall, man. That cameraman.
What do you mean, the
has
drone?
some really good angles.
There was just a drone shot.
Drew,
And
Drew,
then-
can you talk about the writer's strike real quick? The writer's strike. Do you know anything about the writer's strike?
What I do know is that there is a writer's strike, and I've been told that it is going to affect my career. However, I'm still auditioning and still out there doing my thing. I'm on a podcast, so I say fuck the writer's strike, and you can flush that.
Say less.
I'll write something.
I heard about the writer's strike. What was his name? Not Jimmy Kimmel. One of the writers, late show hosts. He was just like, even though they write for me, I think that's by all means they need to go on strike and get what they deserve and all that stuff. But surprisingly, none of the late night show hosts write their own shows. Are their
It's
own
all written
comedy.
by a whole team of people.
Oh,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Alright.
Usually how it works is they're a part of a team for it. So like they'll have a writing room that like Conan or Jimmy or whoever the fuck it is a part
Louis
of the room.
CK. Okay, are we still? Everyone's doing their top 3.
Top 3 what? Movies?
Yeah. What do you guys got?
Of the year?
Top 3 movies must watch of 22.
So is it of 2023 or 2022? What's the last movie that I just saw? One with Nicolas Cage. He plays Dracula.
Yes, I actually watched that like 3 times.
Renfield.
Yeah. Is it Renfield? Oh, my bad. There we go. Renfield. Melvin, what about you?
Dude, I honestly, I've been haven't been into movies lately, man. I've been watching more sports than anything else, to be honest, man. Yeah, haven't hopped in a theater in like years. I don't know what it is. If I'm not streaming it, I'm probably not watching it, man.
Gotcha.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I watched that.
Wow, that should be on a T-shirt.
I got a movie. I thought
Was that like a
pretty
3-hour
dope,
film,
man?
right?
The that Netflix one, was it You People?
Okay.
The one with Eddie Murphy.
That was alright.
That was pretty
all
funny.
right.
I liked that. I enjoyed it.
It
There were a
was
couple
more
moments where
funny than, like,
it was awkward.
Right?
A lot of
I'm
I'll also
actually
say-
curious to know your guys' take. Like, what do you actually think of You People, Drew?
I thought the movie, I actually laughed more than I thought I was going to laugh. I'll give you that, man. Like, I didn't expect to be entertained much, but Eddie Murphy had a couple funny lines in there. The Julia Louis-Dreyfus, the dinner scene I found was kind of funny. I found the chemistry between the 2 leads was terrible, though. I also feel like Lauren London looks like she's been eating a little bit, maybe from depression. I don't know, but
I think they made her eat to make them look more comfy together.
more
I thought
compatible. Yeah,
I didn't
whatever
see
weight
any
that
chemistry
dude
with them.
lost, she seems to have put on, man. She found it. But other than that, the movie was decent.
Did you guys hear? Did you guys hear that the kiss was CGI? Apparently,
I did hear that.
I believe
don't
it.
blame her.
What?
But yeah, the chemistry was non-existent. Man.
Like that's what's
Okay,
acting has come
I
to
think
CGI kissing.
I think without Eddie
crazy.
Murphy
Never heard of that.
and fucking David Duchovny, their random parts in it, fucking the movie would have been terrible if it wasn't for those two people.
They did steal the
like
movie.
Jonah Hill wasn't great in the movie at all.
No.
He was Jonah Hill.
Interesting.
Jonah Hill
Wow.
looks like your weird old uncle that just wants to fit in. Like
They
that's
should-
what
they-
Jonah Hill
yeah,
reminded me of. Like his wardrobe upset me the entire movie. I wasn't a fan of Jonah Hill's outfits the whole fucking movie. Okay, celebrity fight that I think
Okay.
I could win. Jonah Hill.
First Ellen, Jonah Hill.
That's
He's for the
hilarious.
culture. He's for the culture.
He's for the
True.
Melvin, I wanna ask you, man, is there any recommendations that you can give to anybody watching out there or to anyone on the panel of just like, traveling, any sports or interesting facts on the sports that you've been watching? Because I know you, like you said, you coach it. So again, any advice that you can just kind of give and we can learn from. We like to learn here on Below the Rim podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it's just like you gotta watch film. I think a big thing with a lot of athletes is that they put time in the workouts, they put time in the training sessions, but they don't study the game itself. And we talked earlier about basketball IQ, and how long it's been since we've heard that term. We don't really hear that too much. No one really talks about it. And actually, they speak a lot about, new players that join the league at, 19, 20 years old, and they just don't know where to be on the court unless they have the ball, right? So it's something that I would say is it's the film work. You gotta study the game. That to me will give you, advantages. Kobe was big on that. I'm a big, huge Kobe fan. So for me, I really started to watch a lot of film. And for me, it's just a lot easier to pick apart teams this way. Give yourself an advantage, man, as best as you can. Everyone is weightlifting. Everyone's training. Everyone's getting 500 shots up a day, which definitely helps. But when you have the other advantage as well, it just builds your confidence even more. And with sports, to me, confidence is everything.
Agreed.
Yeah. But one thing I know you talked about the Lakers
Do you have
earlier.
an update on the 3-on-3 competition? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
No, sorry, but you guys didn't mention Vanderbilt, man, and I think that's a huge pickup for LA, man. I think we talk about the trade deadline and losing or getting rid of Westbrook and then adding the additions, but to me, Vanderbilt has been huge for LA, helping AD and just being a big that can be on the be on the perimeter guarding guards. I think that's
who he reminds me of, man. You mentioned Kobe just now. I remember the Kobe years when they had Gasol and Trevor Ariza was in his prime. I see a lot of Vanderbilt in Trevor Ariza, the defense and just the length. You know what I mean? It's a great
the length,
pickup.
man. Yeah, the length is huge, especially when you're guarding guys like Steph. I think AD, when he was in New Orleans and they had that playoff series against Steph, you really got to see how good AD was on the perimeter. Guarding the guards. So
Man,
for me, I think that's really a lot to do with the success of them playing Golden State this season.
Yeah,
that's the
former guard
series.
in high school, right? AD used to be a guard, so he knows how to defend on the perimeter.
Yeah.
No.
He used to be a guard?
That's the series that's the series that everyone was like, AD's gonna fucking be the next Hakeem, everyone was going crazy after that series. So
He showed up, man. He showed out. He showed out that game. That whole series, man. He was the only one. He was the only one. Yeah.
Because they were supposed to have Boogie that year, and he was injured in the playoffs.
Yeah.
What a shock.
We should go into our final thoughts, man. I think that's all she wrote. Murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote.
I do want to ask you, Avery brought up in the group, was it what was that basketball player who went on a date with Ice Spice? What's her name?
Jordan Poole. I think
when do you hit the cap of like spending too much on a first date? My man spent $500,000 on a first date with a rapper.
But there are people that spent money on mistresses like $2 million, $3 million. You know what I'm saying? And that's just,
Am I the only one that doesn't think Ice Spice is balling? Like, I don't find her attractive at all. What, like?
I don't even know how she looks, to be honest with you.
She got
I don't
curved, man.
even
She
know.
got curved.
She
You know what
also
it is?
has Ronald McDonald's hair.
Well, that's a wig, man. That's a wig. That's what makes her stand out from the
It's a
crowd,
wig?
right? She's kind of shaped like someone
crazy.
who had a BBL but didn't have a BBL. So,
I
Well,
don't
my
know. I
number
think
one rule.
What's
I
BBL?
don't like
go to
instantly.
any ATL strip
That bum
club and you
injection.
can find a hotter girl.
Oh,
for less money, a lot less money.
But okay, so that's my
Way
thing. So
less.
maybe he's just going after her because she's at the top of the food chain right now.
That's all it
Is she?
is, man.
She's Ice Spice.
She is. She's
You know who's
what
at
is
top
it?
of the food chain? You guys see the girl Kenny was rocking with?
Oh yeah.
Who's that? And if Nicki Minaj is begging to be in your videos, then you're at the top of the chain in the women's like rap.
Man,
It's like
She's definitely
Ice
hot right
Spice
now, man.
can suck it, okay?
At the end of the day, Jordan Poole is obviously a munch. That's all I know, man.
wow.
Drew is the
Slander.
transition to the
real
final
simp
thoughts.
energy. Real
Final
simp
thoughts,
energy.
man. Avery, final thoughts. 60 seconds.
My final thoughts. Well, right now we got Miami 3-1 in the playoffs. We got Philly was the 3-2 over Boston. We got LA 3-1 over Golden State. And then right now, the Nuggets and the Suns are playing right now. They're tied 2-2, but the game I think is at like 40-something to 40-something. I don't even know. I'm just making up the score right now. 49-52 Denver. I still think Phoenix is winning that series. I don't think that Jokic, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., even though I've told my brother that Michael Porter Jr. is going to be great, I don't think that those guys are beating Phoenix right now. There's not a chance they're winning that series after the numbers that Devin Booker and Kevin Durant have been putting up, which, by the way, are the most insane fucking stat lines I've ever seen. Like, Devin Booker's averaging
Crushing
70%.
it right now. Crushing it.
I think he was averaging 70% the last 3 games, and he's averaging like 40 points the last 3 games. Fuck. So
Sick.
I don't think they're beating Phoenix. Phoenix will figure it out. Those are my final thoughts.
Final thoughts extend. Oh, okay, there we go. I'll shut the fuck up. Drew, final thoughts, man. 60 seconds, my guy.
You know what? I'm gonna stick in hockey right now. You guys might not know this, but yesterday the NHL had their draft lottery. I can remember how happy I was 7 years ago, I believe it was, when the Maple Leafs actually pulled a rabbit out of their ass and got the first pick in the lottery. And we drafted my son, Austin Matthews. He had 4 goals in his very first NHL game. Right now, he's actually goalless in the second round series, though, but I won't mention that for now. So anyway, Chicago Blackhawks won the lottery yesterday, and it's already pretty much a definite. They're going to draft a dude named Connor Bedard. I don't know if you know that name, but get familiar with it because he's being compared right now to guys like Sidney Crosby, Wayne Gretzky, guys along that level as a generational talent. He's a little small, but he does have a ton of skill, man. So be on the lookout. Anaheim Mighty Ducks thought they were going to win the lottery. That's 2 times where a generational talent has gotten picked and Anaheim got second. So they're all right. Good luck to Chicago going forward, the Blackhawks.
Wow. Final thoughts. There you go, man. There you have it. Melvin, final thoughts, Melvin.
Honestly, for the NBA, I just want to see. I would love to see Denver make it to the finals. I really, yeah, man. I don't care for KD to get another ring. Like I don't. I don't want to see another ring on KD. I mean, yeah, if KD wasn't there, I would love for Chris Paul to get one, but I don't care for KD to get a ring. I don't even feel like he won a ring with Golden State, man. I don't count that. That's an asterisk ring, you know. So I'm not on that, you know. But I'm rooting for basically almost everyone in the East. You know, I'd be happy if Boston takes it. I'd be happy if Philly takes it. I think, you know, Joel Embiid's had a hell of a year this year. So, you know, if they pull it out, I'd be happy for them. I'm really impressed with Miami, though. You talk about Jimmy Buckets. He's having a hell of a playoff run. And they're doing it all without Tyler Hero. You know, I think that's also like, you know, amazing coaching from Spoelstra. I think, you know, for him to do that without him, that's amazing, man. So anyone but LA and Phoenix, man. Sorry, I know you're a big LA Laker fan, but I'm not a LeBron fan, man. So that's my minute, man. That's my minute.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
It's
I appreciate the honesty, man. I like the honesty.
Jamal, 60 seconds, sir. I'm hold on. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not really timing.
I have no idea what my final thoughts are.
I'm gonna throw rapid thoughts, and you have to the first thing that comes to your head. That's your fight. Okay, all right. Boxes.
I feel like the movies nowadays are in a box, and we need to either tap into something that's from another dimension, or maybe stop leaving water. If you use so much CGI, the movie's not gonna flow like water. But anyway,
James Cameron.
James Cameron needs to retire.
Okay, go ahead.
Avatar movie had too much swimming.
My bad, go ahead.
Was that James Cameron? But yeah,
it's a great
going
film.
back to the basketball now. I went outside and I tried to get a little workout in, and I completely respect any athlete that does this 365 days a year, because even though they get the games off, but I respect them completely, and I am humbled at how hard and how much effort they put in.
They make it look easy, don't they?
Yeah, because I shot some baskets. We joke about it, but I mean, imagine like professional sports players, all the criticisms they get, the comments, this it's a lot, and for them to continue with the focus and the mentality they have, highly respected.
All I hear is that you're scared about this 3-on-3.
That's so funny. My 60 seconds is this. I was talking with Melvin off the top, and just speaking about like just getting older and just taking better care of your body and stuff like that. So, you know, when I was doing the movie, I keep always talking about like Warrior Strong, but when I was doing the movie, it's like I got back into that flow of playing ball again. And it was just kind of cool how you can see the body, it like adapts to what it used to know from muscle memory. So I just, oh, jeez. I had to film 12 hours a day, but no, so it's just cool. You know, I have fitness goals to just get back in the gym regularly, and dietary goals and stuff like that. So I'm holding myself accountable, and y'all can hold me accountable. And Kelly Robinson, 57-0. Just one more time, Mr. Gundog. Just one more time. All right, go ahead. That's it. Was that everybody? You're on mute. You're on mute, brother.
I'm on mute.
Did you see Jordan's impersonation of you?
Drew? Of me?
No, Drew.
Oh.
What's up?
Did you see Jordan's impersonation of you last podcast?
I did not. You son of a bitch. I missed it. What did you do? Like a hockey update? What did you do?
I did. He said one name. That's all it is. And he just started dying of laughter.
I said when you said Sergei Shmermanov or whatever. I can't remember. How do you say his name? Samsonov. Sergei Samsonov.
Yeah.
But it's been an amazing episode. Thank you guys for hopping on. Much blessings. And keep going on and keeping on. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jordan.
I'm Jamal.
Andrew Hinson.
Melvin Chung.
Avery, of course. Avery froze.
Avery
Okay. So we're just gonna.
download.
There we go. You just forgot to. So I think we'll just flush it. We already have flush it, so we're good. We're just gonna. Melvin, you want to flush it? What kind of toilet do you want to flush it? You could do that.
The Japanese toilet. Flush it. Flush that bitch.
Flush it. Go Leafs, go one more time, man. Hey, why the hell not? The Celtics got killed tonight.
Watch that shit.
Y'all have a good night.
I froze.